My name is Juanita, and I'm a dietitian and also a diabetes educator. I had somebody ask me a question the other day. The lady's name was Belinda, and she was asking about the diet for somebody with diabetes. And I thought about that for just a moment and said, how about if I do a blog? She said, okay, that sounds good. Typically, when I see somebody for diabetes, I talk about 3 tools that a person can use to manage their diabetes. It's not just about the food, it's not just about activity, and it's not just medication. It's all 3 of those tools combined to help manage the diabetes. So, talking about healthy eating and activity and medications, those are all the tools that you need to manage your diabetes. So breaking this down into simple, what I call nuts and bolts, food choices for a person with diabetes is the same as it is for other people. There is no such thing as a diabetic diet. So you, as a person with diabetes, can eat the same food as anybody else. It is a focus on healthy food choices. So even if you didn't have diabetes, this is the information that I would be talking with you about. So eating a variety type of foods to get a balanced type diet. Choose foods that are lower in fat to help protect the heart. Eat foods that are higher in fiber. Choose the higher calorie foods less often. So choosing more nutrient dense foods versus foods that have no nutritional value to them more often. There are 3 food groups that provide energy to the body, and your body needs all 3 of those types of foods. So the first is carbohydrate, and the carbohydrate type foods are things like your starchy type foods, your breads, rice, pasta, corn, peas, potatoes, beans, yogurt, milk, and fruit. Those would be your more often type carb food. Protein type foods such as chicken, turkey, fish, beef, pork, beans, eggs, cheese. Fats, choose more liquid type fats versus the solid type fats. Carbohydrates are our body's main energy source. Our body breaks down the carbohydrates for the activity that we do for our organs and our brain. The 3 different types of fuel, the nutrients, affects your blood sugars differently. Carbohydrates are changed 100% into glucose. Protein, not a big impact, very little impact on blood sugars. And fat actually has very little impact on blood sugars unless you eat a lot of fat in a meal. To key in on a couple things for blood sugar control, it is usually better to have consistent type carbohydrates at meals, and also thinking about the timing of meals, not skipping meals, can also help to control blood sugars. How much a person should eat is dependent on a couple factors. So a person's age, their sex, their activity level are things that are taken into consideration. Typically, most of the time for women, stay with about 3 to 4 carbs for each meal. Typically for guys, stay with about 4 to 5 carbs. I also emphasize this is just a general guide. So it is beneficial to meet with a dietitian, particularly somebody who is a certified diabetes educator. Bring your blood glucose levels, bring what foods you ate, how much you ate of those foods. Sitting down with a dietitian, she can help you take into account what is going on with your blood sugars. As always, my pleasure to be with you. I'm hoping that you found this information helpful. And do check out my website. I do have openings in the schedule and would welcome you here in the office. Hope you have a great day.